Hello and welcome to another episode of 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way, Season 2, Episode 16, The Consequences of Truth. All right, we start with Kenneth and Armando. They are still kind of disappointed in the reaction they received from going home to San Felipe and telling the family, not only, introducing Kenneth to the whole family, but also telling the family that they're engaged, that they're getting married. And this is a very conservative Catholic Mexican town. And, of course, everyone there has met more than one gay person, but it's all pretty closeted, so they possibly don't know, other than Armando. So this is a big deal for them. So he's coming out and he's also saying, here's my partner and we're getting married. Now, of course, his aunts, his mother's sisters, and everyone's going to be a little bit, huh? It's going to be a little bit confusing to them, of course, naturally. But look, all in all, things did not go bad. They did not. They did not go badly. I mean, really, I thought that people were trying to be polite. They were trying to be welcoming. You can't expect them to jump up and down and go, oh my God, what are you going to wear to the wedding? No, it's not going to be like that. It's not America. Anyway, so they decide that, and then don't forget, Dad did come out and shake Kenneth's hand. It's not like it was a big warm hug, but he did shake his hand and greet him. And that was kind of a big deal. It's going to take a long time for all this to soak in. Okay, they decide they're gonna tell Hannah about their getting married, Armando's adorable little daughter, and make sure that she understands what that means. That they're getting married, they're gonna live together always, and she is really happy to have two dads. She's excited, and of course Kenny is going to cry when she says this because that's just who he is. He cries real tears. He's a real crier, is Kenny. Okay, they will be great parents. Come on. They're both just full of love. And, Armando, you can't expect to get this enthusiasm from everybody. Okay, be realistic. Okay, Ariela and Biniyam. Well, she's having an emergency C-section. They're not ready. They're not prepared at home with stuff for the baby. They don't have a bed. They don't have a bath. They don't have kind of basic equipment because her mom and dad were going to come, and Janice was going to bring the stuff from America because the quality is much higher and the prices are not bad. And in Ethiopia, the quality of baby stuff is going to be not good at all, and it's going to be extremely expensive, relatively speaking. So, all right, Biniyam is hugging her, and he's trying to be really sweet. He says something to the camera that I'm kind of like, don't say this to Ariela, please. Don't ever say this. Ethiopians believe that a mother who has a C-section is not as bonded to her baby, or somehow doesn't love her baby as much because she hasn't gone through the full birthing process. Okay, let's just pretend that wasn't said. Let's just ignore that. That's some bullshit. Okay. By the way, only a man would call labor pains sweet. When they always talk about, how sweet the labor pains are, that makes a mother bond to her baby. I haven't had a child, but I have heard descriptions and metaphors for what it feels like, and no, doesn't sound fun. Okay, all right, Ari, just get it over with. You have no choice. She's super upset. I can understand. Yes, she's upset. This is disappointing. She wants her mom there. She's scared. She's in a foreign country. I get it. She becomes hysterical. Basically, she can't stop crying and kind of flailing. And so it's hard to give her a spinal tap. And she doesn't realize that if she has a full or what do they call it, an epidural, I guess is the modern word for that, a partial anesthesia. She doesn't realize that if they give her general anesthesia, she's going to feel like crap when she wakes up. A general anesthesia, it makes you sick. It's not good. You don't want that. But oh my God, her whole and everything, I feel like saying, just give her some Valium and her drip or something to calm her down, and then try and give her the epidural. But anyway, they finally have to give her general anesthesia just to shut her up. I'm sorry to sound cold, but I'm like, you have to do this. And I understand it would be completely terrifying. I do. So I'm sorry. I shouldn't be judgy about that. I've just had enough stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, just give me the whatever. What do I need? Okay, fine. But she's probably never had anything like this. She's probably never had any major kind of procedure or anything like that at her young age. Okay. All right. Deavan and Jihoon. Wow. I'm really. It's not like they've angered me, but I'm getting to the point where I don't want to cover them. They're in a new apartment. It's permanent. Okay, we don't give a shit about rehashing that Jihoon is lazy and he was lying. I just feel like it's so boring, and part of the problem is, okay, I am not saying this as any kind of a diagnosis or statement on the level of intelligence of either Deavan or Jihoon, but some people just have dull expressions. And I mean dull as in not shiny and perky, not dull as in stupid. But to me, Deavan is just like, I'm going to talk like this. And Jihoon is kind of like, he talks a little faster and in Korean, but he's also just kind of, they just seem like dull and duller. Because I can't say the other thing, because that sounds like I'm making a judgment on their intelligence, and I'm not. But yeah, I'm going to say dull. They're just dull. They're just not sparkly people. They're boring. They're really, really boring. How they got on TV, I mean, yeah, Deavan's pretty, but there's a lot of pretty girls. I don't know why they're on TV or how they got on TV. I'm mystified. I'm mystified, frankly. Okay. Yeah, I just feel like they're both of kind of limited. I feel like their futures are somewhat limited. I don't know. I hate to say that because of the children being involved, but I feel like Deavan's best shot at making good money for the family is maybe to be a sex worker. I'm going to so get in trouble for this. But I just like, why can't I say it? I'm going to say it. I'm just going to say it. So, all right. But it does feel like the dull leading the dull. Okay. Oh, and then, you know what? She tells him that he's doing a good job because, they have the apartment, and I guess he has a job now. I don't know how many hours he's working, but he does have a job. We'll see how long that lasts. For the sake of the children, I hope it lasts well. I hope he has great success and stuns me, and is a go-getter. Oh, great. And then they got a dog, because that's what clueless couples with babies and toddlers always do. You know what? Our lives are not hectic and challenging enough, and we're not having enough fights. So let's throw a puppy in the mix. Why do people complicate their lives? Okay, so they're planning a big wedding. Yeah, okay. Just, again, I'm kind of like, every time I see them, especially her, it's that she's got that one drawback, which is her mouth is often a little bit open, and it's kind of like this. Oh my God, she puts me to sleep. She could do those videos like they have famous actors and actresses read you to bed. She could do that. No, I don't think she'd be able. She might have trouble. Maybe if you gave her something simple to read. Sorry. I'm sure she's brilliant. It's just the way she comes off. Okay, another pretty boring couple. Tim and Melyza. Now they're having sex again. Yay! Okay, they're doing good now, so Melyza, go ruin everything. Go tell Tim that you slept with somebody while you were kind of pretty much broken up because he had cheated on you with a coworker. So she decides that she's going to tell him about her guy that she had when she considered that they were broken up. I guess the problem is during that time he didn't really think they were broken up. He just thought they were going through a rough spot, and she considered them broken up, and also probably wanted to do a little bit of a ha-ha back at you. And so she had this series of she had this fling with this one guy, and they had sex multiple times or a few times. I don't know, it doesn't matter. Anyway, she starts by asking him, did you see other people while we were broken up? And he says, well, I flirted with some people at work. And what does she do? She gets upset. You're about to tell him that you had sex multiple times with someone when you guys were on your break, and you're getting angry that he flirted with some people in his office while you were on your break. And granted, the girl that he slept with was a co-worker. Oh, I'm boring myself. Okay. Melyza said she did see other people. She's clueless. You know, now she doesn't want to say if she slept with anyone. Now she's going to be coy. I don't know. And now she's like, maybe I don't have to tell him. Then why bring it up at all, bitch? You know, why? This is the worst couple ever. She's a game player. How is life with her going to be fun? Again, how does she look fun? Now, she's a sharp girl. She's a smart girl. But, you know, that doesn't mean anything. Tell me how, Tim. How is Melyza going to make your life fun? What is she going to bring to your life? She seems like this all the time. I don't know what's worse, this or neither are great. And you know what? You don't have to pick A or B. There are other women out there that are neither of those two things, and you can just love them and have fun with them. So, all right. Finally, she says they had sex. They had sex more than once. Okay, apparently during this break, it wasn't a clean break. They were still talking and trying to work things out. Aha! So it wasn't a real break. So as far as I'm concerned, she also kind of cheated on him. But it doesn't matter. He cheated first. Whatever. I don't care. You guys can both go sleep with the mailman and the mail lady and the milkman and the milk lady. And boy, you can tell how old I am and everyone else and the crew from 90 Day Fiancé. And I could probably care less. And that's why I have sometimes a difficult time recapping 90 Day Fiancé, because if I'm not interested in a couple, I end up cutting them out, because if I don't cut them out, you end up getting recaps like this where I'm just annoyed. But hopefully I'm funny when I'm annoyed. I don't know. All right. Okay. Oh God, now it's Brittany and her bullshit trip to Chicago to sign fake divorce papers. Folks, there was no call. There was no summons for her to go to Chicago. It doesn't work that way. The court does not accidentally summon you to appear, and then you get there and they're like, oh no, gee, you're not in here. No, your papers were never filed. Well, what, huh? Well then, if the papers were never filed, if the documents were not filed, how did it get on the docket for you to be called into the courtroom? Again, this is where my husband, being a lawyer, is annoying, because it's like it ruins a lot of storylines for me. So this is complete bullshit. She just wanted to go home and, I don't know, just get away from Yazan and you know, look, she's doing this for clout. This whole storyline is absolute bullshit. She doesn't give a shit about Yazan, except maybe she thinks he's cute, and maybe she enjoyed having a little fling with him. It was an exotic, you know, Middle Eastern guy. Okay, and he's cute. But basically she did this to get on a TV show. Nothing about this is real, people. I think on Yazan's side, sadly, it is real. And that's what makes it even worse. I mean, I could at least hope that Yazan is in on it. Then that would make Brittany a little less loathsome. But if she's just doing this to be like, woohoo, I'm raising my stock, you know, I'm clout chasing, yeah, and he's not in on it, oh, that makes her, that's so mean. It's really, really mean. Okay, all right, she did not have those papers entered, is what I'm saying. So don't believe any of this part. In fact, don't believe much of what's going on her side. Okay, now her sister seems really sweet and genuine. Her mom's great. You know, what can you do? There's one in every family. She says she has to go back to Jordan with divorce papers, or not at all. I'm gonna guess not at all. Okay, yeah, because it's just. And that smile, even when she's saying something sad, Brittany has that smile. It doesn't go away. She's got that combination of the Valley Girl voice and the smile. And yeah, I think that his family hates me, and I don't think I'm going to be able to convert, so everything's going to be screwed, but I'm not going to stop smiling. All right. Okay. Oh, those C-section babies come out. Look, the C-section babies come out looking like little dolls. The baby, Ari and Biniyam's baby, is a sweet little boy. We have to have a little drama, that the baby's not crying at first. Well, they don't necessarily come right out going, wah, wah. It takes a few seconds, and then finally, the baby's crying. So he's a cutie. But I think that, I think that Biniyam he's adorable. Biniyam is adorable. Oh my God. He's so excited. He's so proud of his little family, and he's just really warming my heart, I have to say. Biniyam, Ari's a little annoying, but Biniyam, I'm totally on his side. Okay, Kenneth and Armando, again, they're going to go back again how, gee, things could have gone better. No, just stop it. You could not have hoped for a better reaction from Armando's family, full stop. So just stop worrying about it, stop talking about it. Okay, Mom is going to miss Hannah so much, of course, and Sister Deborah is going to, Armando's sister Deborah is going to miss Hannah. But the fact is, it's a 4-hour drive away from San Felipe to Mision, so it's not that far. My God, that's a drive across Delhi at rush hour. It takes 4 hours to get from one extreme outskirts of Delhi, like on the southwest, to the extreme outskirts of Delhi in India on the northwest. Did I say southwest? Southeast to northwest on diagonal to drive across the whole city. It would take you 4 hours because of the traffic. And a little drive from city to city in India is like 6 hours, and a day drive to get from one part to another. It could be 12 hours. I've been on a 20-hour drive in India. So yeah, it's a big country and the roads aren't great. So, okay. So yeah, it's not like, they're going to the other side of the universe. Mom says that Dad didn't really talk about anything the night before. He stayed quiet. He's at that moment. She said he's working. She said he's processing. Or Armando said he's processing, and she said yes, he's processing everything. It will take time. But remember, he did shake Kenneth's hand and greet him, so that really is something in this situation. This is not America. Mom says she will tell Dad about the engagement a little later. Mom is actually getting pretty cool about the whole thing. This is a real process, and it's because it's a real story. The storyline is so good, and it's good for a lot of people watching, because not everybody lives in Miami, where we're like, what? Why? This is like, we know a million Armando and Kennys with Hannahs, But I think it's good. I think a lot of people from different parts of America and different countries watch this show, and the more exposure showing a normal, healthy, loving gay couple, the better. Because our first gay couple was disastrous from the other way with, I've already completely blanked out their names, Stephanie and Erica. Oh, talk about fake. Oh, that was awful. Okay, Mom said, of course, she'll come to the wedding. She loves her boy. She'll help him with whatever he wants. Dad's going to be a little trickier. I feel like Armando's lucky. He's not going to have to choose between his family and Kenneth. His family are okay. He's not going to have to choose. His family is not like, don't ever come back here again. And in a lot of cultures, that could happen. So yeah, it's not bad at all. In fact, it's good. I mean, I think their future is fairly bright. And I think Dad will come around. He'll never come around like to the maximum extent, but he will come around significantly. He loves his boy. Okay. Tim and Melyza are not talking because Melyza was stupid enough to have brought up the guy. Tim calls his therapist, tells him that Melyza slept with someone while they were apart. And now he feels set back in his resolve to go through all the pain of staying there, working there, trying to make it work. Yeah, you think? I don't blame you. She says they were not together at that time, but he felt they were not fully broken up. And I say the measure of that is, were you talking and communicating and trying to work things out? The answer sounds like yes. So I'm going to say that she had a retribution cheating session. I'm calling that. Not that I'm judging. I mean, you know, look, it hurts to be cheated on, but it's not the best solution to being cheated on is to go out and cheat yourself. But then, you know, maybe like she said, she needed to feel beautiful. She wanted to feel wanted and all that. So, all right, let's just chalk it up to karma and move on. They both have to rebuild trust. Okay, Ari and Biniyam, the baby boy is the baby boy because they haven't agreed on the name, so they're just calling him Simba for now. And Biniyam picks him up like the Lion King. Like, that sounded Yiddish. Sorry, I'm Jewish. Okay, all right. So Biniyam is so happy with his little family. Again, Biniyam's gorgeous smile. We could just show that. He calls Janice with the news, and Ari is happy and amazed. She's just, you know, not long after the surgery, and I've noticed she's got her pink lipstick on. All right, Armando and Kenneth are now getting ready to leave San Felipe. The big question is, will Dad come out? Now that Hannah realizes she's actually leaving her family and her cousins, and all the little primas, the little cousins, come out, she starts getting a little sad and crying to say goodbye to everybody. But I think she's more excited about her new adventure and living with her two dads, you know, on the ocean in Mision, which is beautiful. Okay. Deborah has come around a lot, his sister. She seems pretty cool. You know, the main thing I think that was hard for her was losing Hannah. Even though she's not losing her, she's 4 hours away. Okay. Deborah has a lot of confidence in both Armando and Kenny as dads, which is really nice. I mean, Kenny is an uber dad. He's amazing. He's fantastic. Now the little primas, the cousins, are crying. Kenny and Mom hug, and that's a great hug. Kenny and Mom give each other a great big hug. We both love Armando. That's the bond that we share. So that's great. Dad comes, yay! And he shakes Kenny's hand, and that's good. That's really important that he came to say goodbye, and it's important that he shook his hand again. So no more secrets, yay! Okay, and then boo, it's Tim and Melyza, yeah. Mom knew about Melyza's side boy. She tells, Melyza tells Mom that now Tim knows. Mom says, well, you weren't really together, blah, blah, blah. Mom doesn't think Melyza is in love with Tim like she used to be. Yeah, clearly. She won't say, since the cheating, she won't say I love you to him. Yeah, I mean, she says she is sad over the cheating, and I think that's real. I think she was really hurt and really sad over him cheating. It's not her fault that this is not an interesting story. To her, this is heartbreak. It's her life. I shouldn't be laughing and making fun. You know, it's just not thrilling. It's not thrilling television. Okay. Mom says that you have to close this chapter. You know, either make it work or close the chapter. It's not fair to either of them. Okay, now comes the part where I'm going to get really, really angry with someone. And that someone is Brittany. And you know, it's really ironic because way back in the very, very first episode of this season, I thought Brittany was adorable. I said I had a girl crush on her. I thought she was just the cutest thing. I don't know, for some reason I thought, you know, this seems crazy, but who knows? I don't know. But more so than the Brittany and Yazan relationship, I thought, oh, look at Brittany. She's just owning who she is. And I thought, yeah, I thought she was just a cute, you know, cute little thing. Now I'm looking at Yazan. And look, I don't know where Yazan and Brittany are now because I am a recapper and I'm also a social and fashion commenter. So what I try to achieve here is that you and I are watching these shows in a sense together. And if we were watching them and, you know, we didn't have access to everything that's on social media and all the blogs and all that, it's kind of fun to just let things unfold without always knowing how everything's going to turn out, which is what social media does. It's like watching a 10-hour crime miniseries and you already know who done it. So, although in the past I have once or twice brought up something that happens in the future to one of the people in these shows, I'm not doing that. I'm really, really not doing it anymore. Because again, I like this thing that, we're watching it together, we're going through it episode by episode. So, occasionally you guys will put in stuff in the comments saying, well, don't you know this happened, or last week this happened. And I love your comments, but, I'd rather not get those because they're spoilers for me too. I mean, yeah, I'm watching the show, but I don't want to necessarily know where everyone is now. Let me find out, organically. There aren't a lot of blogs or commenters on reality TV who give you all this kind of inside information who I love. I find a lot of them a little bit hard to take. There are some that are very good, but they're more like recappers. I think the ones that I love tend to be more like recappers. So anyway, so that's why I don't know how this all turns out. We're pretending like we don't have access to that. We just have to wait and see organically how everything unfolds. All right. Having said that, right now I'm seeing Yazan broken in Ummmm. His family has thrown them out because they saw the social media pictures of Brittany, and I think he was trying to defend her, and they were like, then get out. We don't want you. You're bringing shame to the family. If you're still going to be in love with this girl and chasing this girl and wanting to try to make a future with this girl, get out. And that means get out means you also don't have a job anymore because it's the family business in the fish market. Remember, that's Dad's business. So he's homeless and jobless because of a fake clout chaser who is using him to be on a television show. In my humble opinion. Okay, the family knows she's just playing with him. They're correct. She poor guy thinks that she's coming back and that when she comes back, they're going to sign the marriage documents. Dude, she hasn't even filed for divorce. I don't believe she's even filed for divorce yet. I don't know. Maybe she still has a relationship with a Haitian guy. I don't know. All I know is that I don't trust her as far as I can throw her. And that whole thing in Chicago with they called me, they sent me a summons, but then I got there and there was no paper filed. That's not how it works. If you're going to lie like that, if you're going to lie to reality television audience, don't assume everyone's an idiot, okay? I strongly dislike Brittany. I strongly dislike her. All right. So he spent a couple nights on the street. He had no place to stay. He finally got a little apartment. He doesn't have a job yet. He's looking for a job. He's alone. Bitch ruined his life. I mean, with her stupid smile, that stupid shit-eating grin, and her Valley Girl voice, and oh God, he's not even talking to her. She's not even communicating with him. The only communication they have, and by the way, you know why they're not communicating? Because Brittany doesn't give a shit. All she did was she asked him to please send money for a plane ticket and to pay her expenses while she's there. Doesn't 90 Day Fiancé do that? So I think she's trying to double dip. I don't know. Doesn't she know by now that he's not from a wealthy family? I mean, so yeah, he feels like Dad was right. She might have used him to be on a TV show for clout, for a little bit of fame, to scam money. He says he still loves her, though. No. Let's hope that doesn't last too much longer. And, all I have to say is, look, if you have a cute face and a beautiful body, make it work. That's great. Be on Instagram, be on OnlyFans, whatever you want to do. Be a model, whatever you want to do. Use that. There's no shame in that. In fact, look, God gave you these assets and that's fine. No judgment. Good for you. Except if working your way toward a certain level of fame and money, by being cute involves ruining someone's life, lying, being fake, conning somebody, That's just so wrong. And you got to pick a Muslim guy from a religious Muslim family. Of all the people in the world you could have chosen, why didn't you choose some older guy? Why didn't you choose some, I mean, if you wanted to be on the other way so badly, why didn't you choose an older gentleman in, I don't know, New Zealand? I don't know. So, yeah, I'm really, really, really disgusted with Brittany, but I'm now very invested with Yazan. I want to know what happens to him, and I want to know how he's going to make it through this. I'm sure he will. But I feel terrible for him. And yeah, I know we only get part of the story in these shows, and I know that, you know, some of it's scripted and all that, but honestly, right now, this show is ending with me being like, Brittany, and oh, poor Yazan. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me for this particularly snarky recap of 90 Day Fiancé the Other Way. And remember, please, to like, comment. I love your comments. I always answer. And please do me the honor of subscribing. And also you can ring the bell if you want to be notified when I have a new upload. I want you to take really good care of yourself, and please be good, but not too good. Love you guys. Bye.